That just sound like a load of nonsense. That's so, you know what that sound like? That's sound like I'm a beg the content creator them now for vote for him because what
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what he's
it's a
doing.
generalship that man. That is a generalship. That is to get the content creator down to say, what PNP will give him money, vote for them. Nonsense.
I sent him an. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Finally.
And the next thing, Rusty.
Hi,
We put,
greetings.
Hi, Mr. Mckulsky. You finally join us.
Yeah, man,
Because
thank
I
you.
put in a big box.
Okay.
Remember, I tell us some more, you open your camera.
All right,
Want the
just guide
people
me.
to know you.
Oh, we're opening the camera tonight. This is nice.
No, you sound so unhelpful.
What? Rusty, rain or falling, what you expect?
All right, cool. No more.
You know how to open your camera?
No, you'll have to guide me.
Somebody tell them how to open your camera, please.
Click on the little arrow where you see down below. Hold on there. Click on the little arrow where you see down below there. Or click on your box and you see an option come up.
Okay,
So
there's
you're in the
something
big
that
box.
says
Just touch
turn
the
on
big
camera.
box.
Just touch the big box
Yeah,
and you
man,
see an
I'm there.
option come up.
It's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
No, you have to save it.
You have to save it.
Oh. All right, so I'm seeing myself here. How do I go about saving this now?
The option will come up there.
Okay.
Click on it. When you see the camera, click on the camera and read the options that you see here.
All right, cool.
Probably can call your daughter or son, make them teach or something tonight.
Yeah,
Please
right
keep us
about
right
that.
now. I'm have to learn that. And I'm have to
Right
learn that.
about that. Taste, yeah?
What expensive money for up in the camera?
Shen, you want to go over and help him?
If I wasn't so far, I would, but
Okay.
The woman have a really long frame sorts of a rolling pin.
you're so that's not nice.
Just to have a light moment. Yes, people, continue to share up the live. Like up the live, share up the live.
in Father Rusty.
Just ask me to turn on the camera.
You know, so this a testimony of the
Just
jet.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh,
Hi,
wow.
brethren.
My daughter is here laughing at me, saying, just press save. There it is. All right,
Whoa.
David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Say
principal.
hi.
Look
Say
like
hi.
I'm on a
Say hi.
principal.
Come say hi. You're on a live. Come on. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, good evening,
You've
baby.
got a pretty daughter.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell a lie for your brother. You that?
Yeah, man. And if you see the sun, boy, you say that one is cut to fit.
Thank you. Keep going in that order. You might have a
Definitely,
dozen by
thank
the
you.
end of this season, you know?
Yes, man. Thanks. Cool.
My gosh.
Hey, Shen. Why Shen is saying, my gosh?
You are the man that the ladies is talking about and saying they're gonna vote for because I understand you have a very charming smile according to and put on the glasses.
Lord, him put on the glasses. Lord Jesus. No, we can't be. Hey, we need a timeout. I need a timeout.
You seem like an ex-bro god in the making. You seem like an ex-bro god in the making.
Boy, I tell you.
Well, the charming gentleman
that is a compliment and a blessing in one.
Yes, man.
Thank you.
And you seem to be a man of,
man?
you know.
Sir Mckulsky, what's up?
Yes, boss. Not much. I'm here taking it easy. One step at a time. I have a setup in the constituency I want to pass through later.
Yeah, it makes sense to take some warm gears because I see it's raining.
Yeah, when I'm done here.
So, the other day I was listening to the other aspirant.
Yeah, sure.
And I want to ask you this question. Do you see the need for another high school in Northeast Manchester?
No.
Why no?
The truth is the government would have invested $185 million in building an 11 classroom block at Homewood Technical High School that will be brought into commission Monday of next week. That institution, that block was built really to assist in the removal of Christiana from the shift system. If the ministry was to filter students over the next 3-4 years into Homewood, send more students to Homewood and less to Christiana, within another 2-3 years, we should be able to remove Christiana from the shift system.
So we're talking about how many classrooms here?
11 new classrooms were recently.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
And,
Yeah.
and the thing is, too, Homewood is huge. Homewood is massive, and
Yeah, it is.
I can't even. I mean, where would where would he even put a new high school of that?
I mean, let me just work out the
Yeah.
economics of it.
Uh-huh.
Homewood, we're on 34 acres of property.
I know the
Christiana,
property very well.
I can't tell you the size of Christiana High School, but what I know is that there's no space at Christiana for any addition. Homewood is on 34 acres. Even though we have this new block, we still have space that can hold another 25, 30 classrooms.
Yeah,
If,
because it's
if we were to
huge.
consider building out
Yeah.
additional space. Now, the economics of it is simple. If you're thinking about building another school, you're thinking of a whole lot of money, close to $1 billion, whole lot of money to build out a full high school, right? And after you construct that and you furnish it, you have to think about employing teachers and other staff members to run that institution, right? Now, we are not in a position as a country at this point to build out a school in such a space where there are neighboring schools. There are quite a number of schools around, and the population is not really expanding. As a country, we're experiencing a reduction in our birth rate. And so the need does not exist for a new facility unless it is a specialized facility where we're talking about one of those STEM institution or one of those STEAM institution whereby persons are afforded the opportunity to board and pursue specialized courses. But as it relates to a technical traditional high school setting, there's no need for another high school in Northeast Manchester.
Thank you for that information. I saw it on your page, you know. I mean, I saw it on not your page.
Yes.
Trying to remember. It's the Ministry of Education and another group that is building out the Homewood High School.
Yes.
Remind me of the name of that.
The page?
No, the other group. As I said, Ministry of Education.
NET, the National
NET.
Education Trust.
Yes.
Correct, yes.
So yeah, man. So I saw it the other day and I was saying, how comes you not send me even this information?
Yeah,
Because
I mean the block is complete, and to just have you understand, you know, that building was prepared by us, my team at Homewood. We draw the building, we did the bill of quantity, we did everything, and then moved to the Ministry of Education. So what we did not just make a submission in writing to the ministry that we are asking for additional space and then suggest to them that this space can be used to assist the neighboring schools. We prepared everything, and then we moved to the ministry. When we went to the ministry, there were many requests ahead of ours, but what happened is that they were at the beginning stage. Ours was more advanced, and so the ministry, having assessed the situation and realized that the proposal that we placed on the table is a genuine one, they decided to move with that. So there was a long time plan, though, you know, for the construction of a high school in the northeastern Manchester area, a place they call Fine Grass. But when I went to Christiana and I assessed the population, the student population, we looked at Christiana. At one point, I served as the chairman of the QEC 46. So all the schools, I had close interaction with the principals and the data sets. When we looked at it, we realized that there was no need to invest all that money into building out just another high school. When really and truly all we need to do is to address the issue that Christiana is faced with, and we will be pretty much comfortable.
you know, building out a new high school, you know, it would be like the PNP is saying every day, from Andrew become Prime Minister, I'm not build a new school.
Yeah.
So it is like you're just quenching the thirst of the PNP just to
Yes.
build it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I
Can't be
know
that you just build without any reason.
exactly. Just going to say this.
Well, I never say good evening to everyone, though. Afford me that opportunity, please, to
Go ahead,
just
sir.
greet everyone who is on the platform. I
Hi,
mean,
Mr. Mckulsky.
I know quite a number of persons would have received the link. I shared it with a few of my colleagues in the
Oh God.
constituency not long ago. So, greetings to all the persons from northeastern Manchester, all the persons who are joining, the persons who are not certain, not sure as to what is happening and who the person is who is aspiring to become the next member of parliament. This is Hydran Mckulsky. I'm an educator and someone who is sincere about service and just want that opportunity to become a model MP and create a model constituency.
You know, Mr. Mckulsky, I just listening to you a while ago, I think that you would just do a terrific job because how many persons can actually draw up a building plan, well, the whole proposal, and just have everything. I like this. This is
And
you
present it
did
as a
that
comprehensive package. That's
exactly.
brilliant.
You need more people like you who will just work off your own initiative. Like, I mean, guys, come on. This just basically cements that he's an action man.
Yeah,
All right, I
definitely.
want to
Thank
say
you.
this, Mr. Mckulsky. Good evening again. And
Greetings.
thanking you for your service towards our children and our next generation, first and foremost.
All right.
Thank you for being an educator.
Respect.
That's the first line of duty for us to get anywhere in life. And I see that you're a service-driven person because the fact that you're a high school educator and, by the way, a principal, it's, it, it's it it stand to good reason you would want to serve in politics.
Right.
School is somewhat a bit of politics here and there,
Right.
based on the system of school and children and parents and all the different components that make up the school. So based on what we articulate yourself and the things that you're adept at, me think talking to you right now, I think you deserve a shot, you know.
Yeah.
And I am not from your constituency. I'm from neighboring constituency.
Right.
But I have
Right.
heard a lot about you, and I think that the constituency people, the constituents should try with Mr. Mckulsky because him seem to have it locked.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
a man of your stature should have a lot of contacts and so on, and should be able to help the community.
Definitely.
You know, you
Definitely.
know.
Yeah, man.
And as an
Thank you.
educator, I think you're going to look out for your youth.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Definitely. You see, I am one. So I am one who model behavior. My children did well in prep school. They went to prep school in Mandeville, and they could have gone. They could have been attending other schools at this time, but I chose to have them attend Homo Technical High School because if it is that I am principal of this institution and it is not good enough for my children to go there, then I'm sending the wrong message, right? And so
true.
both my
So them
children, my
can't do nothing
daughter,
but a school,
left a
cause
while
them
ago,
get
she's in grade
beaten.
7. My son, who is downstairs, he's in grade 10. And they are doing exceptionally well. Both of them are functioning, are scoring over 70 average in their performance, and both of them are involved in sports. And so I chose to mention that because if it is that I'm committed to something, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to ensure that it becomes a part of me. It becomes a part of my family. It becomes a part of my system, right? And so I just thought I would share that because it means a lot to many persons, like it means a lot to me.
So, Mr. Mckulsky, I have Up Top General, I have Labour Yard, and I have Sim Sim, who is from the constituency.
All right.
And I'm seeing a
Greetings.
number of comments here. And one of them that hits home differently is Susie Webb. She says, from Craighead Division, big up our MP. and you know why it hits home differently. You understand?
Sure,
As it
yeah,
says,
sure.
Breakhead division. So
And
if
I
you're
want you
getting
to understand
support,
also that Susie Webb is no ordinary person in the constituency.
great,
No ordinary person. Greetings, Susie.
great. Up top, you have a question, suggestion.
Yes, man. Evelyn, Mr. Mckulsky, how you doing?
Greetings, boss.
Yeah, man. Blessings to everybody on the panel. Well, I am from the Craighead division as well. I don't know if you're familiar with the community of Harwich.
Yeah, sure. I've been there a few times.
Okay, I've been there a few times.
More.
I am.
Yeah. Sorry.
I am one of those political instigators in that community. And I want to say to you publicly that I endorse you. And I just don't endorse you because, you're putting up yourself to represent the people of Northeast Manchester. I endorse you because I know your work ethics. I've been hearing about you, even though I'm not in Jamaica at the present moment.
Right.
But I've been hearing about you. I also have a sister who's an educator too. I don't know if you know the principal of Devon Knowledge, Devon Primary.
Yes, man.
That's my sister.
Oh, okay, very good.
Right?
This man, one of your strong man. This man, we see a talk to one of your strong man. This.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
pay attention to social media. Yes. And while you're on this platform right now, pay attention to the chat because I see a lot of people say some things and I reach out to you. So, big things are going on, so you have to pay attention.
Yes.
I am one of those persons who call the shots in my community.
So you're saying you're the brother of Nemad?
Yes.
Okay.
That's cool. That's me. Yeah, man. So, we don't want to say much here, but I personally, from now on, I will definitely try to get in touch with it because I have so much things I could dedicate you on. When I was there, I used to be in charge of 7 polling stations.
Right.
I used to work very close with Peter.
Yes.
I used to travel back and forth until I just eventually settled in Canada. But there's no general election that runs in Jamaica where I don't book my ticket and make sure that I come and give my support. On election day, I give people cars and tell them to go and bring people to vote. They can tell you, Marsha, the whole of them drive more, the whole of them know me.
Okay, great.
I'm one of those persons. I don't sit down and wait for an MP
to pass on resources.
Fund. No, anything. I just the love and the passion that I have for my constituency and my party. That is just how I go about doing it. With no benefits whatsoever. Just the love. You understand? And I definitely can make a difference in terms of you making that request to represent the people. No doubt about that.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Commendations to you for your commitment and your support to the party over the years and the people of Northeastern Manchester.
Yes, man. I've heard of some of the projects that my sister have told me about it as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I don't hear about them up top. Tell me about them now. I don't know them.
Yes, man. That in August gone when I was there, he kept a thing out by, I don't know if he wants to enlighten person.
Yeah, the Christiana Grand Gala, Christiana Independence Gala.
Yeah, man, and it was well attended. It was very good for the community and the constituency and all.
You have to highlight things like these and have pictorials of them and video,
Yeah, man, I have quite a lot of videos and pictures of
share them on social media,
Right.
Because that's what we do as vloggers, help to highlight the stuff you guys do.
Right.
To make people know who you are and what you're about. So
what people have been hearing about you too. There's no doubt that you will be the representative of
thing you need to
Manchester in the next general election.
Across the island need to know because your supporters don't only live in your constituency. Some of them live outside of the constituency. So
Understand.
they have to hear what
That's
is
true,
going on.
Rusty.
Yes.
You
That's
understand?
true
And,
because
and,
a
and,
friend of
Some
and
of them is
mine,
abroad,
True.
you know.
let
and
me say
and it's not
something
Live
really
to
in the
abroad.
let
Some
me
constituency.
of them
say
live in other parishes as
let me
well.
say
Because a
something to
friend of
Mr.
mine lives
Mckulsky.
there.
Let me say something that in the Harawash era you have about 7 churches. It would be good to see you attending one or two of those churches
Right.
going up, you know.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Even now, because you have persons. If you guys gonna have a runoff, I am one of those delegates. They have delegates from around there as well.
Right.
And you come and establish yourself, man, and come to the churches and so forth.
Yeah.
Though
Yes.
that is one of the pattern that can highlight you and get you on the boat rolling.
Beautiful. Yeah, man.
Get
Thanks for the
familiar
Yeah,
with
so
the
we have
people, you
so
know.
many churches there. This is one of the thing I would endorse you to do.
Yes. Yeah, man.
You know,
Thanks for the
go to the
idea.
churches. My sister is very active in church as well.
Right.
And writing, you can use one Sunday
Yeah.
and attend at least 3 or 4 churches.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? You just have to just do what you have to do. You could talk to her, and she could actually, do it where you could actually,
And I say something for a minute there up top.
yeah, man.
Church is a good idea and 100% probably the best idea right now. And more than one would be a good thing because it's a familiarize you with a lot of folks that don't really know you and just hear about you. But
Exactly, yes, man.
also, I can see that, understand that you're a man of a certain moral upstanding and bringing up and brought up. But it wouldn't be too bad to pass through some of the drink out them on the party from early out and familiarize yourself with the people them too. It's not a
Yeah.
bad thing overall. You're seeking their support and it's everybody's support you see. And it's not everybody go to church. So, me not saying you no party if you go party. Me not saying you no party if you go. But, Mr. Shaw used to do it.
Yeah.
And it worked for him. The dead yard them, the funeral them. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
familiarize yourself with the people, get to their level and make them know so well, all right.
I do attend, but
Yes.
I agree with you that it is something that I may want to consider to improving. Some of those low areas I may want to visit more frequently.
Yes.
But I do
And the other
attend.
thing, do you live in the constituency?
Pardon me?
Do you live in the constituency?
No, I'm living in Mandeville.
Oh, that's pretty close. Not bad. Because it's always nice when you live in a constituency, like Mr.
Yeah,
Shaw.
definitely.
And you have a few things to learn from him.
Well,
Yes. I don't know what.
True. Yeah, man. It's one of those things that It's one of those things. I actually like the space, and is keen on probably securing some form of.
It's a Manchester, that man. So right around the corner.
Yeah, man. It takes me 12 to 15 minutes from where I live to get there.
15 minutes from Mandeville to come anywhere past Spalding or Christiana. 15 minutes comfortable driving.
Right. Right.
Yes, so Mckulsky, one of the things.
I live in the constituency, but I don't sleep there.
Right, I understand.
Yeah, man. So one of the things I hear some of the supporters in Northeast Manchester saying, "We not vote for no man. We not live in a constituency." At the same time, they say they don't know you. But I think that is disingenuous when they say they don't know you, because you're the principal for one of the most famous or popular high schools in Manchester and in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So if you are not in tune
And not
with
only
a
that, if I
principal
may
like
add
that,
to it, Classic, it's not just one of the more popular schools. It's a school that is ranked number 2 in the technical high school category.
Facts. I was just about to say that.
And when I went there, it was ranked at number 11.
So, so that means that.
Oh my God, that is excellent, Mr. Mark. That is excellent.
Yes.
That means your intellect is rubbing off quite well on them.
Yeah, I
Yes,
try my best. I try my
That is
best.
excellent, Mr. Mark.
I'm going to highlight something. Whenever you see SDC out there doing anything at all, T20 cricket, which is one of their main program,
Yes.
the local economic initiative, which I am a
Right.
part of that. And
That one is
anything
changing a lot of
SDC,
lives.
exactly. See the man here behind it, you know. This is the man
Oh,
behind it, people.
Yeah.
All of them impact the
same.
way you see SDC impact on people's
Wait, hold
lives.
on.
See the
Mckulsky,
man behind it
you're
here.
the cricket guy? You do the
No, he's
cricket
the chairman
organization?
for SDC.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because you
So
said
Oh,
this
cricket,
man,
and then my ears
so
just
this would be
point
a
up.
good thing. This would be a good thing for Northeast Manchester then if you are the SDC guy because I mean there'll be a lot
Exactly.
of SDC happening in Manchester.
Yeah. Yes. True.
Right.
No,
So
True.
wait.
there you go when I talk about contacts.
Yeah.
Wait,
Right
go
man
back
for the
to the
job.
SCD because I know they hold cricket competitions are the way you
Yeah,
do
and they
that
do other
too.
things to do the sponsorship too, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
do a lot of
know.
Exercise.
grants. We do a lot of grants support.
Yeah, then the right man this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
love cricket.
it's a farming constituency basically, you know. So
Yeah.
right away now you're up the sleeve of the farmer them the right now with assistance.
let me just give you a quick background on my involvement in governance outside of my job. I was the chairman of the 4-H clubs. That's the national 4-H clubs right across Jamaica. I was chairman of that. I am chairman of SDC now. I was a board member and chairman of the education committee on the Chase Fund board. And I am also a member and chairman of the procurement committee at the National Education Trust, and that is the body that is responsible for the framing out and building out of schools across the country. So those 4 boards I've spent the last 8 years as leader in different capacities. And outside of that, I'm involved in many other private public initiatives. So that would have somewhat boosted my corporate governance experience. That would have exposed me to the many different acts that are necessary to allow for good governance. And so it would have also afforded me the opportunity to broaden my network, to develop, of course, networking skills. And so when I look at all of those things, I look at what I'm capable of doing for Northeastern Manchester. It serves as a motivation. It serves as a motivation to aspire to become the next member of parliament for the constituency, because the constituency is one that has great potential. You just need someone who is able to connect the dots and bring in the opportunities where they are non-existent in the constituency, and get the people moving in the right direction. And that is my main motivation for wanting to serve.
lovely. So a few weeks ago, Mr. Mckulsky,
Yes.
it was the 18th. Was the 18th you had a program, I saw? Not sure I remember. But anyhow, you had a 1-day
That one.
assessment. Was the 18th, right?
Mr. Program, yeah.
Anyhow,
Yes.
I have a female friend who is a nail technician, and she said to me, sir, I want to register my business. I want to pay my taxes. I want to be able to get loans and grants, etc. But I did it with heart, and for some reason, my papers them lost in the system. I tell you, on the 18th of last month, I was looking at your status, and I saw where you're going to have that 1-day assessment. And the female is from Woodall in Clarendon. And she left all the way from Woodall, come up Homewood High School.
Yes.
And I can say in a few weeks' time,
Homewood Technical, yeah?
Homewood Technical.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So in a few weeks, she will be able to, just like Labour Yard, collect her certificate and able to do all she said she wants to do.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
impacting lives outside of Northeast Manchester.
Right. Well, that is very good. Very happy to hear that I'm really extending beyond the walls of the constituency. But I just want to share with you quickly, um, since September, the end of September last year to the last one we had 2 weeks ago, we would have certified over 350 persons. Over 350 persons in over 10 different skill areas. All of these were held in the constituency. I mean, yesterday I felt really good because I assisted some professional welders through the certification program, and they are overseas now on farm work, and they all asked their family members to collect the certificate, and they got pictures and they sent them all to me, and they were just overjoyed and really thankful for the opportunities that I would have created. But this is just one of the many things that I intend on continuing in the constituency as we move to continue to empower people.
Any other
Yeah,
question?
Question, Mr. Mckulsky. What if so if you become, or when you become the MP, can you still be the chairman of SDC? Can you still hold those?
No. Political elected representative can serve on the board,
But they
but
can't
I've
be the
never
chairman.
heard of a chairman I never heard of an elected rep being the chairman.
What
But I
about
don't think there's anything to prevent that from happening. But I mean, one would want to take into consideration that there can easily become a conflict of interest. Depends on the organization that you're leading, because and we have to be mindful of not just what we do, but what it appears to be. We
yeah.
may not be thinking along the line of doing anything illegal or under the table, but you holding certain critical position and benefits spilling off from the organization that you're leading into your constituency or your division, it may raise a lot of alarms
Yeah.
and a lot of questions and allow for some form of controversy. So
question
it's not
though.
in the best
So
interest
wait,
of
hold on,
government.
What
Rafi.
bearing?
So even being a principal, you'd have to.
Leading certain state entities.
So even being serving as principal, you'd have to resign from that as well.
Yes,
Oh,
and
that sucks.
and not that you don't have to resign. You can take leave of absence. You can go on secondment. But really and truly, being a member of parliament is a full-time job. And if it is that you're really serious about developing your constituency and your people, it's gonna be difficult for you to maintain 2 full-time jobs
Yeah.
at that time. But as a counselor, where the responsibilities are not so great,
Yeah.
you are allowed to maintain your position as an educator
Okay.
and serve your division as a counselor.
Oh. So it's like Homewood would be losing one of their best principals, though.
Well, put it this way: if you have a good member of parliament in your constituency, your school won't lose.
You're
All right,
right.
question though. Kind of go and put up on a spot for a minute though.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Apart from the things that you have already highlighted, what are some of the plans you have in store for that constituency, and in terms of development and like roads and waters and infrastructure and stuff?
All right. So put it this way. I mean, we're living in an era now where roads and water has become national priorities. I mean, the government is prioritizing road infrastructure, water infrastructure, right? And even electricity and all of those things. As we would have listened to the budget presentation of our finance minister, Honorable Favour Williams, a few days ago, and she would have earmarked, I think, $10 billion for the building out of our water infrastructure across the country. The government has recently come up with the REACH program, and they have the Sparks program, which is now being implemented. So, I mean, as a member of parliament, you just need to facilitate, you just need to spearhead, you just need to lead the process of bringing these development into your constituency. But the government, this Jamaica Labour Party government, has prioritized these infrastructure. And so they have, from the macro level, identified and commit the funds that is needed to build out these. So as a local level, all you need to do is to provide the leadership, right? Have the necessary consultations, identify the challenges, ensure that they are documented properly, make strong representation. That's what we need to do. That's what you need to do when you have a government that has prioritized these kind of facilities, these kind of resources, right? Now, outside of roads and water, and I must tell you that these are well needed in the constituency. And just the other day, I was saying, well, this time, because really and truly, the constituency is behind where the development of the bringing in of these infrastructure is concerned. And so definitely going in as member of parliament, I will ensure to drive, to put these at the forefront of my program, because if we have running water and persons are able to have access to running water, then it allows for many other opportunities for them. Likewise, road. If it is that we have sound road network, we're going to have more investments coming in. We're going to have persons being able to transport their goods to the market. We'll have persons coming into, and so we can expand our agricultural program, among many other things. All right, so that's just to address the water and the road issue. The constituency is without any acceptable recreational space. There are some open pieces of land that persons refer to as a football field and so forth. But in truth and in fact, these are, we can probably use them, refer to them as a little play field, but we can't say that they are football fields or whatever the sport is. So persons would have probably in the past graded down a piece of land. It is not properly soiled. It is not grassed. But you find that the youth of the community, of the constituency, they have nowhere else to go. And so they use these locations for play. Really and truly, real talents cannot be identified and developed from these kind of facilities. So as someone who has a very great, deep appreciation for sports and understand how far sports can take persons, because sports is not just about play for me. I don't see football as being as a play, or cricket as being a play, or netball as being a play. I see these as opportunities for persons who are not in a position to access certain resources and educational opportunities to access them through sports. So sports for me is a vehicle. And if it is that we're really going to create opportunities and empower people, we need to have vehicles that will take them to those locations. And so one of the things that I want to do is to ensure that there are, across the constituency, acceptable spaces, locations where persons can go and display of their talents, and we can have persons coming in from outside and identify the talents, recruit the talents, and help to develop the talents outside of the constituency. So that is one where sporting is concerned. As it is now, I'm a part of a team that is running a football league in the constituency. The Mckulsky and Lazio family, they are running a football league right now. And I must tell you that we had to move that football, that thing to Homewood, on Homewood field, because outside of being able to access the facility, the reality of the situation is we have to think about adequate parking. We have to think about a location where the players won't become injured. We have to think about their security. And so there's no other real facility in the constituency that allow for this kind of play. All right, so that is where sports is concerned. So I would have touched sports, I would have touched water, I would have touched road. In the Long Pond area, that is close to Christiana, right, in the Devon area, there is a long time field, nice little facility, but it has not been used for many years. There was a netball court that was built there by SDF back in the days, and the football field is there, but it is overgrown. and they have a lot of cows on the property and stuff. I was the person a few years ago who went there, rented a lawnmower, and cut that facility 2 times to allow for the community to start using it. The road was recently repaired, taking you to that location. I developed in 2019 to 2020 a proposal to convert that space into a entertainment and recreational zone in the constituency. I sent that document to Mr. Shaw from 2020. I reminded him of it last night when I was at a location with him. I reminded him of it, and he remembered that I would have developed a full layout, a funding proposal to attract the funds needed to build out that facility. But at the time, I really had no interest in politics in the constituency. I was just working with the member of parliament, but he was not able to get it off how it should have been, right? So that, I went to the Silent Hill base the other day. There's a nice little location down there. I can't say it is a field because it needs a lot of development. The community members are reaching out to me and wanting to partner with me to improve on that facility. So definitely, that is something that I'll be looking at. I went to Robbins Hall the other day also. A friend of mine, Shane, had a football league down there. And I went, and Shane was sharing with me. He really revived sports in the community. And he was sharing with me his plan to improve on that facility and make it into a nice little community state-of-the-art location. And I want to partner with him too, as it relates to developing that. I went to Craig 2 weeks ago. As a matter of fact, I think today a team that I assembled went there to assist the school in marking the field for their sports day. They have a little piece of property. It's not really a field, but it requires, so much more can be done to that facility to make it into an acceptable. So when we talk about sports, when we talk about facilities, entertainment facilities, recreational facilities, there are a number of places within the constituency that can be converted into those, but it requires leadership, it requires persons with the right connection to partner with private sector, public sector, other persons, community members to ensure that these spaces are converted into acceptable location. And I can go on and on. There are many other little communities within the constituency that have a little piece of land that can, with proper leadership, can be converted into real recreational spaces. All right, so that is one of the things that I want to look at. The other is skills training. I couldn't be an educator and value tech voc and education the way I do, and really don't be the member of parliament to bring real, meaningful skills training opportunity in the country. We're talking about education being the vehicle. We're talking about education being the tool of empowerment. If it is that we're not in a position to upgrade, to empower our people, whether it be young, medium age, or old, in the different skill areas, and give them that opportunity to start to become entrepreneurs, to start working and creating, to contributing to the economy of our country, then I would have failed as a member of parliament. And the truth is, there is no such meaningful skills training facility that is run and sponsored by Heart Trust, where you have multiple skills that persons can go and access and then be filtered back into the space. I developed again, and this is before I even decided, and these are the motivations behind me deciding that I'm throwing my hat in the ring. I developed in 2018, 19, going up to 2020, and Classic, I can share these proposals with you, all of them. I can share them with you. I have them right now in my email on my computer that I would have developed. So in Sedberg, there's a place that they called Kala. That location is owned, the property is owned by the government, right? I realized that, and I went into the land agency, query about it to verify the information. I gathered that it is so. And I went there, I scouted out the area, I cut it down, literally paid men to chop down the entire property because I wanted to scope it out to see what can be done at this location. I developed a skills training institution funding proposal, right? I brought the idea to Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw loved the idea. Mrs. Janet Dyer at the time was general manager at Hard Trust. And we invited down Miss Janet Dyer. We invited down Sutherland. And Nicole is, the attorney for Sutherland at the time, is Nicole, and Nicole came down along with Hard Trust leadership, Mr. Shaw, and we all met at the location. I shared with them the proposal because by now Mr. Shaw was relying on me to build this out. He facilitated the meeting and all. I developed the proposal, and these persons came down and we sold the idea to them. They all loved it. They bought into it. Hard Trust embraced the suggestion of building out a facility in there. Sutherland embraced the idea of upstairs building out that facility to allow for call centers to be established within the constituency. And the rest is history. Nothing happened. I had passed it on to Mr. Shaw because it was at that stage now. I had passed it on to Mr. Shaw, but nothing happened. So I have these plans that I would have developed some 4 or 5 years ago. And I continue to improve on them every year because I believe that one day, and this is a fact, if it is that I'm not in politics, I'm still going to be driving these things. Because, you see, one of the things that we need to realize is that anybody can win a constituency. Northeastern Manchester is a strong JLP, it has a lot of JLP voters. And if the voters are motivated, they will come out and vote. And when the voters come out and vote, nobody can, no PNP or independent person can win, right? So at this point, I am not at the place of me can win the constituency and nobody else can't win the constituency. That is not my message. Anybody can win the constituency, but after you win the constituency, what is going to happen in the constituency? And that is what I am putting forward. What is going to happen in the constituency? It can't be that you just win the constituency because you want to win the constituency and you want to be an MP. I don't necessarily want to be an MP. I want to be someone who can impact people's lives in a meaningful way. And I believe that politics is the vehicle and that will afford me the latitude and the resources to allow for this kind of development. So I am not keen about being member of parliament. I am putting myself out there to the people as a viable option. I am saying, listen, man, there are different labor rights, and all of us can say that we are good labor rights, and I believe that all of us are good labor rights. But at the end of the day, do you want a MP, or you want an MP with developmental abilities and skills and what it requires to develop your space? Do you want an MP just to take up a position and to say, I am MP, or you want somebody who you don't even have to call them and you see different types of development. You see the opportunities coming in. That is what I'm bringing to the table. You know? So I'm at no place, at no time saying I am the only person who can win this. No, I would be stupid to say that when you understand the logistics of the constituency. Anybody can win the constituency. But when you win as a member of parliament, are you with the know-how to develop this space? Are you with the connections that are required to bring opportunities within the constituency? Are you with that drive, that inner drive that is going to make you have sleepless night if it is that you don't do what you're supposed to do for the people? That is what I'm bringing. My thing really, is to develop this constituency into a model constituency. When I first became a principal, when I first graduated from university, my first degree, I said to myself, I was set out to be a teacher. But then after I started, I said, no, man, I don't like how some of these principals are operating. I'm going to really show them how principals are supposed to operate. Mark you, a lot of those persons are now deceased or they are retired and so forth. So we have a new generation of principals who are doing extremely well across our country. And so this is what I'm doing now is what I foresaw some 12, 15 years ago or wanting to do. And it's the same way I'm approaching the constituency. So these are some of the things that I am seeking on building out. The reality of the situation, Classic J and listeners, is that Northeastern Manchester is not a constituency that is going to attract any large factories. You're not going to see anybody coming in and building a big factory down in Craig or a big factory over in Silent Hill, or a big factory down in Walderston, or a big factory over somewhere in Christiana, Devon, those places. To build out a big factory, we have to have we have to have access to the port, shipping, all of those kind of things. So we're talking about bringing in a lot of raw materials now, and to transport those materials from Kingston to come to Manchester, northeastern Manchester, is going to be super expensive, right? So what we want to do is to partner with the private sector and the public sector, of course, identify the different niches of the communities. So, for example, over in Devon and Malton, Robbins Hall, those places are known for potatoes, right? Growing a lot of potatoes and yam too, but say potatoes. Now, if it is that we have a Grace or Alaska or one of those entities creating a little off-site processing facilities, something similar to what Floyd has built out down there in Southwest St. Elizabeth. If we were to have one of these coming in and building up a little processing facility in say Devon, you know what that will do for Devon? That could transform the entire Devon space. Because what they could do now is say, build out a processing facility to produce potatoes, what you call those, potato chips, right? 1 pound of potato, say 1 pound of potato is for $150. One potato, give you for $150. If you were to add some value to that one potato and cut it up, use a machine to cut it up in that processing space, right? Which is not expensive to build out. That one potato for $150 could then be converted into 3 bags of potato chips. 3 bags of potato chips. And when you have the potato chips going out now and being sold for $200 or $250 to 1 bag of potato chips, we're talking about $600 or $750 for one potato. That is a lot of value you're adding to that. So what that could do now is allow for a wider growth of potatoes, the engagement of many other persons, that is job opportunities, that is income you're creating for these persons, right? And then that is for the farmer. Then some of the same community people could be working in those facilities to wash the potato, another said cutting the potato, another said baking the potato, another said bagging the potato. You may need have a little van now, or you have some drivers in the same community with vehicles who you allow to go sell potatoes on contract. So you give them the potatoes and they go out and you create a market. You create an economic hub within that space, right? And if we were to look throughout the constituency, over Craig, in Carter, all of those places in Craig, they plant a lot of yams and stuff linking back to Trelawney. If we were to create one of those facilities in there to add value to yam, we're talking about empowering the farmers and creating a whole lot of opportunities for them. So let me tell you something. Deciding that I want to get involved in politics is not fly by night. I never just get up and say, listen, no, man, I want to do this because it look good. Look good where? I want to work for the people. It was people who helped me to be where I am. And that is what I'm committed to doing, helping persons. Because the reality of the situation, my friends, is that I can tell you that I am not in any need. I can take care of myself and my family. And so I'm not seeking a promotion in a job. I'm not seeking a promotion, an opportunity to get more money. I am seeking an opportunity to use my skills and my talents to improve lives before God ready for me. That's all I am seeking to do. And so if I'm putting myself out there, if at the end of the day the people are not interested in me, I have no issue with that. I'm operating in a democratic space. I believe in democracy. I am not going to hijack people and say, vote for me, or I'm not going to buy votes. I am simply saying to the people, this is an opportunity to rebirth, to let us start over, to let us get our dots in the right places, to let us create the opportunities that are needed, to let us live better lives. Other than that, I have no interest. And that is what I'm bringing to the table, my colleagues.
That sounds like the whole table you're bringing, Virgin.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I like how you sound convincing. And
yeah, thanks.
And
And I'm genuine. I'm sincere and
Manchester.
genuine.
He's
Yeah,
not
I see that.
bringing.
Because
He's not bringing
you
the
get
whole
emotional about it.
table.
You remind me so much of Damian Young, you know. You're like
Yes, yes,
really
God
into
boss.
this.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. My little brethren.
Yeah, I'm a
A big
bridging that
brethren.
man. I'm a brother that man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
The big brethren.
Mr.
So
McCluskey.
Candy K in the
Oh,
comment
Like how
section.
you sound
She from
passionate, you know?
South Manchester, and
Thanks.
the other day she was on a live and she said, right now if Mckulsky should just come back to South Manchester, would I just accept him?
Yeah.
We want
I love
him.
the people of South Manchester, and I know they love me too. Yeah, but you know.
Well,
Yes,
you
well,
know, bridging.
I'm hoping that they will select you as the person that will go on the JLP ticket for that constituency, and I'm also hoping that the people will vote for you and you can become the MP, because the first time you were on the live and I had written down some really hard questions that I was gonna ask you, and when you spoke and you spoke about everything that you wanted to do and your plans, I literally looked at my questions and I was just like, this man dot every I and crossed every T, and there's absolutely nothing I could even ask him because you just laid it out.
Yeah.
And this, just listening to you again and what you said earlier about it's not you just wanting a position or anything like that, but this is something that people and young people should look at. When someone is running as a candidate, you need to look at what they're bringing, what they're offering, not just a pretty face or handsome, but not just that, but what
Thank you.
qualities are they bringing, what development can they bring to the constituency. Because I mean, it's 2025.
Right.
Roads and water are essential, but at the same time, persons want to be they want to upskill, they want to go out of the constituency, maybe, they want to own a house later on, a car and things like that. And when I listen to you and the caliber of talent and candidates that the GOP has, I really wonder, like, how could people not vote for this, not give this government a third term? It's
Yeah.
beyond me,
And,
Yeah.
Miss
you
Chen,
know.
I especially want to say respect for your ideas pertaining to the training of the
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
in
very
terms of the
good.
youths them, because just as a turn me can
Sorry.
say, I ask you what is your thoughts on that, you jump right in it. It's like you read my mind, and me
You
like your way
see,
of
when
thinking,
you see
You're
Rusty
very
with
forward thinking.
somebody.
Well on the chin. You're very
Mm,
forward thinking, and one of the things I'm gonna like you focus on, because I know y'all get it, I see
Yeah.
that, I feel it. I feel your passion.
Yeah, man. True.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm gonna like you focus on is that specific area. Educate the youth them in skill training.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
watch out, we have to admit the truth. Somehow we just now go get that book something.
True. True. True.
We,
True.
we
Yeah.
try somehow we, but
You have
somehow
to
we just
appreciate
now
that.
get it. But what you know, no, most of the people who have the book something there, no skill like we. And we are build them house, and we are build the grill
True.
on them
True.
house.
mm-hmm,
True.
We are
yeah.
build them
True.
kitchen. You
True.
understand? And the
True.
main reason why I like you focus on that, for me personally, but I like you bring back a certificate program thing there. But I like you make it, a little bit.
It's an ongoing thing. It will be ongoing,
Yes,
whether or
because
not I am a member of
I missed the
parliament. There are
last
some
one
things that
because
I'm
I was in
committed to.
Kingston. I missed the last one because Classic had invited me to one in
Yeah. Yes.
Portmore and then one in Maypen. But every time them come up, they always have somewhere I go or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
So the last one that was kept in Ormond, I seen a woodworker join here and carpentry on it.
Yes. 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 True.
So
Love
but I
that.
love you go back this again, forward, back this again.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
And
man.
I come to try with the art thing that in a COVID, I go down there, go do a couple of weeks down there, and I know I'm still in the still in the paperwork
Yeah.
pipeline or somewhere.
Right. Right.
And I hear nothing, and them supposed to come do
And
an assessment. I'm a competent cabinet maker,
Yeah.
carpenter.
Nice.
Yeah, make some fabulous furniture. If you go up on my page here, you will see a
Yeah.
few things different from the politics. You will see some.
Right.
So personally for me and a lot of other cabinet makers and carpenter boy. Even though I'm not from the constituency, I probably live in the constituency real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. By a way of cobbler. No, probably.
Yeah.
Will be.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, it's just a matter if I want to change my vote or not.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but I agree with you.
Rusty
I
touched on something,
want
But you see,
Labour Yard to say
specifically
something
a
up here
certificate
and
thing.
him I want him to say something to his next MP because his life would have been impacted by Mckulsky. So Labour Yard, let me hear what you have to say to you, General.
Yeah, man, big up family, big up everybody.
Yes,
Go
man. I
on,
appreciate you.
you don't know. Yeah, man. You just segue in a one thing when me did ask you for kind of you brush funny but you never go down deep still. Because you
Right.
know it's a farming area with it.
Yes.
So you're passionate for education. You want the place to be low, but the farmer them a listen to.
Yeah.
So you have to have something for them.
Yeah,
So if
definitely.
you have nothing for them right now, you can't make we know what go on.
You see, the situation Labour Yard is that it can't be that the only contribution we make to farmers is giving them a bag of fertilizer and a machete and stuff like that. I mean, we have to start thinking of improving, expanding the farms, right? And it requires machinery. It requires other type of resources to allow for that to happen, right? In the constituency, you may have some persons who own tractors. And so for persons to get them to plow an acre of land, they may have to fork up a 35 or a 40 or a $45,000 thereabout, right? I mean, if it is that I am an MP who is serious about developing the constituency, a farming constituency at that. We're going to have to start looking at how it is that we're going to bring the machinery, the equipment to these persons who can't have it, but they have the will, and they have the land to do it, right? We're going to have to start looking, and so we may have to have a system whereby we either subsidize the plowing of lands, or we have, as a constituency leadership, a machine that assists those farmers who are in a worse off position to where the renting of these machines is concerned, right? When you look at farming in the constituency, farming is no longer restricted to old, mature persons. We have a lot of youth going into farming these days, but a lot of them are not necessarily au fait with the best practices of farming. So again, there's another training and there's another educational aspect of the whole agricultural program that we'll have to bring out to the persons. A lot of persons are in farming at the same time, but they have no real understanding or appreciation for the entrepreneurial side of farming, right? And so we would want to empower them in that area. So it's not just, and the giving out of fertilizers and these kind of things, or subsidizing of fertilizers and tools. These are things that are given. I mean, every MP had to do them something there. We now have to move beyond those little things and start adding real value to the community through farming. There are many lands in the space that are not being used now. We may want to consider forming some corporate societies, yeah, with the people, bringing them together, shared labor, shared expertise in building out farming businesses, right? So talking it is much easier than getting it done. But if you are able to articulate your ideas to people and they are able to see the practicality of it and how it is going to impact them personally and family-wise, I'm sure they will come on board. People just need leaders who are knowledgeable, committed to getting them to appreciate and understand where it is that they are going and understand that better they're over there, sir. And we don't have to stay over here, so we can move over there to the better. And that is just to share with you in a nutshell some of the things that we can seriously look at. But what I want for you to understand, it makes no sense for me to sit down as an individual and put together all of these plans and programs and strategies. I need to consult, and so I'm in the process of consulting now with persons, moving throughout the constituency, talking with people, reasoning with them, understanding what it is that they're doing, understand where it is that they would want to go, and then we pull all of those together and create a plan that will work for the majority.
True, because even the drip irrigation, greenhouse, them thing that it kind of start, but then go right back down.
Exactly. Exactly. We have to go technology wise. Right. You're right. You're right on the
Well,
ball.
even for the there was about too much packaging house the day of yam into, couple
Yeah.
packaging house, all
True.
of them they go down.
True. True. As a matter of fact, there is one in Christiana now beside the Cool Oasis gas station.
Yes.
An old dilapidated one. I did a proposal recently and I'm trying to see how best I can secure that facility for the constituency to bring back some value added initiatives to the constituency to make that place be a hub. So I've already created a layout. If I had the opportunity to share certain things, I would. But I have already created a layout for that location. I've already done the repairs proposal. And it's just about continuing the dialogue, the party deciding what it wants, where a candidate is concerned, the constituency deciding whether or not it wants me, and then we can always advance those projects.
Exactly, man. And you are the man with the plan, man. You are the man with the plan. Because that if we re-engage back that the factory there, I will for the yam farmer them with a happy feet.
Yeah.
And another just yam then used to package. They used to do sweet potato, pumpkin.
Yes.
What I like about your reasoning. You seem to be a man with a lot of pre-plan. What I call this? Give me a better word for it. You seem to be a man with forward thinking.
Yeah.
You have a lot of forward thinking that
He's
we notice
initiative
because
driven. He
almost
works
everything we
on
hear you
his
talk about
initiatives.
is like you always have a plan.
Yeah. Right.
You always have a solution ready. Some people have problems for the solution. You seem to be the man with solution for the problem.
He's 10 steps forward, really. He's 10
all
steps
the
ahead.
time.
Hi, Trudilin.
He's a kind of bro God kind of thinking person. You're always ahead of the class. I like that how you think.
Right. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I hope you get through, my brethren.
How many
Yes, sir. Thanks.
how many healthcare centers do you have in your constituency or divisions?
We have one in Christiana, on Main Street, Christiana, there, right beside Christiana Least, at a health center. We have one down in Robinson. There was one up in Craig, but that one is I think right now it's just two that we have that are fully operational.
Interesting.
None of the
Let me ask Labour Yard this. No, in fact.
Hold on there.
else is here?
Mckulsky is missing it, man. There's an active one in her watch. Doctor, come to that one as well.
Yeah, their visit. Yes,
doctor,
right.
Hold on,
there's
Mr.
a very
Mckulsky.
nice active one.
True. Yeah, very good. So it's
That
three.
one is in which division? The one that you
That's
just
in
spoke of.
Harry Watch, which is the Craighead, Lower Craighead.
Okay.
Yes, Craighead Division.
So how many is in Craighead overall?
The one in Robbins Hall and the one in Harry Watch. So both of those are in the Craighead location.
Okay.
The other is in Christiana.
All right. Sim, you have been here for a while. I know you must want to say something to Mckulsky. I want to call you MP now, but can't do it.
In time and God, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Sim,
let me a mic.
you already, you know?
me I go do it. MP, man. Me I go do it.
Thank you.
Sim,
Thanks for the
you still
confidence.
there?
You sound like the MP already, brother.
Yeah.
Sim. Going once. Going twice. Okay.
Yes, here.
Good. Speak to your MP.
Yeah, big up yourself, Mr. Mark.
Hey.
You don't know what Timmy there,
You know I could
Have your
recognize
back,
the voice. Timmy.
You know me have your back, sir. You know me have your
Yeah,
back.
I know that. Just on Sunday,
Yeah,
Timmy
man.
walked a community with me, Thank you.
Yes, sir. Most of the things that may interested to hear, you said it, you did say it, and you're always ahead of everything,
Yeah.
Man for the work, man. Man for the work. Big up yourself, MP, to be.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Tim. Thank
All
you,
right,
Timmy.
no problem.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you're
Northeast
Sim and
Manchester in a
Sim
good
and
and
Kid, you know,
Northwest
easy.
Manchester in a
Yes,
good and
yes, Mr.
looking good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Damian Young is a youth to stay. I see
Yeah.
him when pre like you too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. It's a
so
visionary. Good
Northeast
work.
and Northwest Manchester in a pretty good hands as far as we
Yeah.
see.
And we're neighbors.
Boy, you have to
We're
throw me
neighbors on the
apart.
Harry Watch side, the Mile
Yeah.
Gully side there about.
Yeah. Then you see, cause more time we go or watch a mile gully, we go, and drive come up the side there. You understand? So
Right.
it would be good to have two virgin,
Yeah,
two
man.
farmer educate, two
Yeah, man.
educator too, cause Damian Young is a farmer teacher too.
I mean, that would be a force to be reckoned with in
No,
Manchester.
that would be nice. And him pre like you too, cause
Yeah.
as this guy when you Michael Phillips fight him out a project, make him not get the factory up and running, the juice factory down there.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
see it, and the same pre-ments like what you have. Yeah.
Right.
Processing plant.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah. We have to think like that now.
Yeah. It's all
Rig
in good
Trigger.
also. I hope God bless you and you come through, my brethren.
Enough respect, man. But
Good evening.
yeah, and
But
we
just
would be
remember, in the
positive.
meantime, as soon as I get to jump out upon the road, brethren, and if you want help, just call for all the rest.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna share this with you now.
Because Val went, out the long time, 3 years, in my campaign, and,
Yeah.
so you have to jump out there, because, you have
Yes.
some people
Well,
where,
let me just share this. Let me just share this with you before we wind down, because I know we may want to wind down now. But you see, my thing is beyond an internal selection now. I am not fighting against or competing against my fellow aspirant at this point. I am at the place now where I'm looking at the bigger picture. My past selection, if the party select me, I want, when that happens, I am way out there where the bigger picture is concerned. So I am building out the framework on the ground now to take on the PNP variant when that time comes. If I were to limit myself right now and to be focusing on my aspirant and saying, boy, I may fight, no. When that time comes, I may be caught flat-footed. So I am not, I've already allowed, I'm accepting destiny. Whatever it is to be, it is going to be. If it is not me, I would not have lost anything. I would have gained a lot by meeting people, helping people, working with people, and building out programs to help people. But if it is that I'm selected, I want to be way out there to make sure, say, we bring home this constituency for the Jamaica Labour Party. So I'm not keen on internal problems
and
now
by saying that too,
and
even
stuff like that.
even God forbid you don't win.
Yes.
Would I like you out the side way for help with the process side way? Because you
No,
seem to be a man with a
I
lot
have
of plan.
I have a genuine commitment, one general. I have a genuine commitment to service, And you see, some of the things that I'm doing now, long before, as a matter of fact, none of the projects that I have implemented, I've gotten any assistance through politics. These are all either personal funds, or I would have coordinate funding from private and external sources, not within the constituency. So I am genuine towards service. I've been doing a lot before now, and I will not stop to do a lot. At the end of the day, I have 1,600 students at school now, and I have a commitment to building not just the students, but their households, their families, and the community. So my thing is, whether principal or MP, me I do the work just the same. So it's neither here nor there for me. But I just believe that if I'm at the helm, I'll be in a much better position to create greater waves across the constituency and to help with the development of lives. That's just my thing.
May the good Lord God Almighty guide and protect you, my brethren, and get you across the line, And come on as a derby winner.
Yes.
All right. So let us hear from Rig Trigger, then Trudy next.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Mckulsky. How are you, sir?
Greetings.
So,
Rig.
Rig, here we go. Rig.
I heard you.
Rig, I know your baby attack. You have to talk up loud.
Low, yeah.
You not hear me? You hear me better now?
Somewhat muffled.
All right, hold on. Let me take that something. Give me a quick.
Yeah, man. Jobless.
You have got change that earpiece there, Rig. Trudy, go ahead until Rig comes
Can you hear
back.
me now?
Oh, all right.
You can hear me much better now, right?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Good.
All right. So may I say, I heard you at Lizzie's funeral and the plan what you have for early childhood education in that
Right.
part of the in that division,
Right.
which for me is a game changer. Looking at it out there, and the fact that you're wanting to carry on, you just call this a heartstring of his is a very good thing. And furthermore,
Yes.
your forward planning,
Thank you.
from what I'm hearing from you, is that you're ahead of the game. And just think positively, my friend. If you don't know if you figure out this who is this by boy, figure this out by boy. But
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
continue,
Your voice
man.
can't-
Continue. I'm in your corner, and the one and two people who I can call and sway them to you, I'm working on it. So
Yes.
big up yourself and do your thing. You say
Happy
it
to
no?
hear from you, man.
Yeah, man. You say
Yeah,
it
man.
no? I do you
Yeah.
have to add more to it. So
Yes.
move on to the other person. Big
Yeah,
up
man.
yourself,
No
man.
problem.
All right.
But
cool.
just before Trudy comes in, Kasich, I just want to share this, and it's interesting that he brought up the education program, the early childhood part of it. At Lizzie's funeral, which is a former counselor, I announced that I would have been delivering on $2.5 million worth of support across 4 schools in the constituency, and I've since delivered on those. And I've assisted the Chantilly, I've assisted the Robbins Hall, I've assisted Devon, right? I've assisted Top Hill, and I've assisted Pike 5 in the constituency. And so my contribution would have seen to the improvement of their learning facilities, assistance with water storage facilities, water harvesting facilities, and computers, laptops and projectors for the instructions, and general instructional resources, teaching and learning resources. So everything that I made mention of at Lizzie funeral, I've delivered on that. I'd also made a commitment at the funeral that I was going to continue with the spelling bee competition, Lizzie's spelling bee competition, or I would have supported it because it's really an SDC initiative. They are the persons who mobilize and pull it off. But I supported, and I made a commitment of $50,000 to continue it at the funeral, and I did continue with that. I did deliver on that. So I am committed to early childhood education. I understand the importance of it, that it's important for us to secure a sound foundation, a solid foundation. And so I'm fully committed to that. My thing is to improve on all of the early childhood institutions within the constituency so that they can become certified by the ECC as member of parliament.
Lovely. How many early childhood institutions you have?
We have quite a few of them. Those that are government owned and operated, they are infant departments on the primary schools, and within the constituency, we probably have about 7 of those.
Okay.
Well, about 6, 7 of those.
All right, classic. We're going to free up the box now. Come on, I don't know if nobody in the constituency probably want to say a word to the bird.
All right, my boss.
Me too, classic. I'm out. Pick somebody else. Grab the spot.
Yeah, man. Thank
Mr. Mckulsky.
Respect.
All the best here, my virgin.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Wanja. Respect.
people from the constituency. Send your requests. Get the chance to ask a question, make a suggestion to your aspirant. Yeah.
Classic, let me ask Mr. Mckulsky a question. So going forward in you representing the constituency, do you have any idea what process will be done? Will there be a vote off, or you're waiting on the final decision from the hierarchy of the party?
All right. Put it this way. Nobody knows. The party is a very dynamic party. The party have different ways and means of settling on situations. The Prime Minister met with us when I say us, met with the workers of the constituency and us aspirants and leaders of the constituency recently, where he outlined about 3 approaches that any of those approaches can be employed. One is that we go to a selection whereby the delegates and the workers, the indoor and outdoor and some other persons, depends on who the party secretariat allows to vote, will participate in that process in selecting its standard bearer. We may go through the interview. He also shared that we can go through the interviewing process, whereby the party will interview us, assess our realities, and make a recommendation to the Secretariat, Central Executive for ratification. Or it can be that the party invite both aspirants to or other persons who may join, because up to now, anybody else can enter the space, invite all the aspirants and say, all right, listen, guys, we need one person to come out. We don't want a selection, or we don't want, one person. We want for you to discuss among yourselves who that one person is, and then everybody throw their support behind the person, and we all come out as a united body. So those are the three pathways, approaches that the Prime Minister would have shared with us when he met recently, but he did not say to us which of those avenues he'll be using to settle on the constituency. But I believe and trust the Prime Minister in his wisdom that he will do that. He will look at that which is will have least effect on the stability of the constituency.
Okay, so what is your feedback? Moving around, meeting the people, I'm sure you would have met a few of the delegates and people who can help to make decisions within the constituency. What is your feedback based on your moving around?
What I can tell you, my brother, is that the institutional leaders are all in support, are fully in support of me. The business community, most of them that I have dialogued with, as a matter of fact, I have not spoken with any business leader who was not expressed to me that they are supporting me. But I would not have met with all of them as yet. And so that is why I can't say all of them, but a whole lot of the business leaders are supporting me. Members of civic groups, religious groups, I've been getting from the religious leaders aspect. I've been getting a whole lot of support there, and to be honest with you, I sometimes I wonder if this is real, what I'm experiencing, because I am yet to come across someone who is saying to me, I will not be supporting you because you are not the best candidate. If I come across anybody who say, boy, I'm up on the borderline, I'm not sure where to go yet, it is not because of competences. It's not because of plans. It's because of some, where some sentiments. Oh, I know this person long time, and me and the person a friend, and me can't go, stuff like that. But the truth is, I've not come across any well-thinking persons. I've not come across anybody who would have said to me to my face, I am not supporting you. Everybody that I come across, they are impressed with the plans that I have. They are impressed with my history, my track record of leading an institution from where it was to where it is now. They are impressed about my connection. They are impressed with my attitude, my general attitude towards people, towards development, my personality, and so forth. So if it is true, and you have to understand politics, I'm not going to be a naive to this thing. If all that I'm hearing is accurate, then I can tell you I am the next member of parliament.
Okay, so have you how are you on the data collection throughout the constituency?
With regards to
the voters list and do you have an idea like the numbers in terms of the voters throughout the 3 divisions? Have you been able to get a hand on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I have the delegate information, the workers' information, the voters' information. As a matter of fact, in the last election, I worked as a liaison in the constituency. So I have access to the information.
Okay, that's that. Yeah, and that's I think because I have been able to work in that constituency for many years, and I know when it comes to data collection, it plays a very critical role in
Sure.
that constituency, based on my experience.
It's one of the constituencies with the largest number count,
Yes,
workers
man.
count.
Yes, a
Yeah.
whole
A whole lot of, we have
whole
hundreds
lot
of workers in the
yeah, man,
constituency.
a whole lot. So I know for sure that the data collection is very vital to any situation or to whoever
Right.
gonna take the manker and lead that constituency.
You
But
know, there's one
I was
unique quality up top, General. There's one unique quality about the constituents, You'll hear them now talking and saying stuff, but you see, when it comes on to election, they take their elections very seriously. When it comes on to election, you dare not make it appear as though the JLP person is the underdog. If they suspect for a minute that the PNP or whomever, whichever party, has the chance of an opportunity to become a member of parliament, they are going to send a very strong message, as they would have done in the past, by ensuring that they come out in their numbers and they vote, and they keep the Jamaica Labour Party in government, in power, in office.
and I'm sure that you have been rubbing shoulders with Derek and Poppyman, if you know who I'm talking.
Yeah, man, Derek, my brethren, man, and Poppy, both
All
Dereks.
right. Yeah, man. Based on what I understand, and I've been able to have a few talks with a few people. I might not want to say,
Yes,
but
yes.
it sounds good to me.
Yeah, man,
Based
definitely.
on my
I
last
have the support. I have the support of key
Yeah.
functionaries throughout the constituency.
Yeah,
That's
through the
all
country.
I'll say.
Yes, you touch it. Yeah, for real. But there's no doubt about that, because I've been able to communicate with personnel throughout the constituency, and the music is playing much louder
Yeah, man.
than and your music. It's playing
Yes.
much louder than the other person. So I hear the passion in your voice, and I have no doubt that you will be successful. And I am willing and able to put on my clocks as well, to
Yes.
come and to put in some work, because, as I said before, I know the constituency in and out, and as soon as you're being selected and everything, trust me, I am willing to come along and to make
Yeah, man.
sure
Thank
that
you.
victory
I
is
really,
yours.
that means a lot. That means a lot to me.
Yes, man. There's no doubt about that, bro. When you go to that little community that I've mentioned earlier before,
Yes.
once you call my name, you'll
Right.
get a whole history, and the
Yeah.
history that you will actually get, it's nothing negative. You're gonna hear about the positive, because I am that person who actually transformed that community into
okay.
what it is today. Yeah, man.
Right, nice, beautiful. Yeah, man, commendations.
Yeah, man. So we are willing, and I've been talking to people as well, and we are willing to work with you and to ensure that when that day do announce and we go to the polls, that
Right.
victory will definitely be yours.
Yeah, man, thank you. Respect. Enough respect,
Good
man.
night again, everybody. I just want to chime in here, if you can all hear me.
Hey, yes, truly. I'm sorry.
I was on a program that Classic introduced you, Mr. Mckulsky, to the populace, and I was fortunate enough to be on that live the night.
Yes.
And my feelings and the way I think, my thought process has not changed. From you, I immediately thought that you were the man for the candidate, You were the
Thank you.
candidate that would have been of choice from then until now.
Right.
I am very jealous of the people of that constituency because I would love to have somebody of your caliber running in my area.
Yeah.
You
Quite
know,
humbling. Thank you.
because when I see and hear you speak about especially early childhood education, as a past early childhood educator and a past PTA president, I can resonate when you have a principal or a person of that magnitude that you can relate to, that understands the needs of the teachers, the needs of the parents, and all under one umbrella. It can gel together and you feel a sense of belonging. I am also looking at it from the perspective of a parent who has a child who wants to push the child in a particular area, and I see you as the person who will say to this mother or father, your child will do well in this area. I will try to help you in whatever way I can, and this program is starting up here. I see you as the member of parliament who will put on a fundraiser to get a bus to take your elderly people to meet with other elderly people in other communities. I see you also as that member of parliament who will provide a bus to take children to festival every year at JCDC or whatever. If there's something going on at the national arena or stadium, you will have a bus for them. I see that. It makes me feel warm in my heart to know that people of your statute are still around. People, are going to be looking up to you for so many things and in so many areas. I see you as a mentor for some young men who are not cognizant of what maybe they're multifaceted and not able to choose a future, what they're gonna do in terms of what you call it, their career path, and then you are going to help them to choose. So I really appreciate you, the way you spoke, and I find it very heartwarming, and I think that mothers and fathers within the constituency are going to be looking steadfast to you for certain things, because of your background and because of the way you present yourself and because of the message that you bring across and the vision. The people perish for lack of knowledge, but you also will perish if you have sight but not vision. And I see a lot of vision in you tonight. That is my 2 cents. I wish you all the best, and I know I hear it and I feel it that you are successful. Continue to do a great job and have a blessed night.
Yes. Thank you.
Jumping
Thank you
down
much.
now
I'm
to give
humbled.
somebody else from your constituency the box so that they can,
Right.
give you their 2 cents.
Thank
All
you.
right?
I appreciate
You're
it. Thank you
welcome.
much,
Bye-bye.
Judeline. Thanks for the support.
Yes. Yeah.
Amen. Hello, Mr.
Blessed,
Mckulsky.
blessed.
Yes. Greetings.
All right, God bless. Go on, God bless. Greetings.
I'm not from your constituency, but I'm close by. I'm in Xavier, Maine. So it's a close neighbor of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Very good.
But
Neighbor.
yeah, I remember I was in Old Harbor when Bruce Golding mother was died. Andrew Holness was the education minister, and I stand by the gate directing the traffic at the Anglican Church at Darlington Drive. And when the van come up with Andrew Holness, I was the first person to approach him and say, "You going to be the next prime minister." That time Bruce Golding was the prime minister. And I'm going to predict on you tonight that you is the next education minister.
Oh Lord.
So you is not in the JLP as a JLP as a candidate. You are there as an educator for the future of this country. It might not be right now, but there is a space there for you to see, just like our young Fly Green been seen as the best minister of agriculture. Here's one of the young rising star that is coming. When I listen to you speak a while ago, I never hear you before. It's the first I ever hear you. It's the first I saw your face. But I'm a blogger and TikTok, and we all friends together. We are labor rights, because when we tell about labor rights, we have Andrew Wellness back lock on TikTok.
Yeah, man. Yes, true.
Because
Thanks for that.
the original media don't like him, but we, social media kete, we not ramp to defend Andrew Wellness. We name social media kete, and me make that name there. If you go up on my page, just see the video them. And we have to protect him. And I see you. And as I speak to you tonight in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I pray that the blood of Jesus Christ shall written upon Christiana right now. That's not a runoff should go on over there. They must just endorse you and see the personality that in you and the brilliantness of you that take one of the top school in this country to be a educator for it, and you don't hear that it down. You always hear that Wormwood is always up. The only school that you can match with Wormwood right now is Calabar RJC. Because Wormwood is a good school, and is a school that every children in that part of country would want to be. It's Edwin Allen.
Yeah, it's true.
Right,
true.
But I am speaking of Wormwood, and I'm telling you, my dear brother, as I speak to my leader tonight, they must call you and the goodly counselor together, sit on down and say, yeah, what, it will be a good match to hold this constituency together. We know your ambition, and we know what you was there for, but I'm going to sit down and talk to it hold on together and give me a third term and make this man come beside me in the parliament and make we see the future of Jamaica stand before we. And as I pray for you tonight, that the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth shall written upon your family, your children, your loved one, and your constituents, I'm asking and praying that the leader shall confident in his decision, just like when they confident in Nigel Clark, to just endorse you this seat and put it in your hands, because it will be in a safe pair of hands. When I listen you talking since night, I listen that you have a passion, and Russell was there working before you be a politician. You are a good candidate. You are a representative before you reach representative top. And I'm just saying to you, my dear brother, the passion that you have for the people of Manchester, I know that they are coming into a safe pair of hands, and I don't want them to make no runoff, make no dispute. And I'm calling upon the leader with the blood of Jesus Christ and the general secretary to call it to a meeting, sit down, done a poll, and once them see you ahead, do not have a runoff. If them see you weak, that's where you're going in a trouble. But just get your foot on the ground, stamp in your foot, and get you should all have a little sound box out there too, because whether you win or you win not, I know you will be supporting the Jamaica Labour Party through there.
Without a doubt.
So what you're supposed to do your thing and get your thing up and running and keep the ground going, because I know that the way you speak, if the people of Manchester look and see and listen to good people, they will see you as they respect the council and we love the council, because we love every labor right. But what? We need somebody strong beside somebody strong. So two strong make we stronger. You understand me? Two strong make we stronger. So if him can get you to be the MP and him hold the council position because him is the only sitting council there, I know that it will create an instrument, Baldwin, Batty, and a fire. This time him not tap a southwest center, him reach a northeast center or southeast center.
Yes.
Why now go tap a southwest again? You understand? We are going head or somewhere in a St. Catherine or somewhere in a Kingston, because when we take him in now go tap this time around. And I'm praying and begging the leaders to please, and the general secretary to please just call it one together and reason we don't know, and said too strong will make we stronger. So make we just do it like this, like all what happened in a mic, can you see it? something like that want to happen.
Right, right. Yes, man.
Now,
Thank you.
Jesus, now may the good Lord go with you. The good Lord bless you. The good Lord bless your family, your children, your loved one, and everybody. I put on all in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's the blood of Jesus. Shall written all over on that's no good shall prevail for this country. Jamaica land we love, and the great Jamaica Labour Party, which is our great leader, the Right Honorable, excellent Buster, Sir Buster Manti Party. Uno in a right place, uno make the right choice and in the right hand. God bless you and thank you and keep you and guide you and protect you. And I end here. I will listen now.
Thank you. God bless. Really appreciate the prayer. Really appreciate the confidence. And I'm committed to service, my brother.
Yes. I love that. Good night, Labour Right. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yes, I'm from the South Chilana division. I represent Mama D.
Yes, sir.
My name is Tyler Kid, or One Tyler Kid. They call me the statue of Labour Right.
One Tyler Kid, okay.
Yeah, man. I know a little bit about you, sir, but not too much. I have two niece teaching at the school. I will not call their name anyway.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a little touchdown. I don't know if you've ever been to South Chilana when they used to have the Yam Festival there.
No.
Okay. I'm the one who used to test the dance.
That used to happen in Stettin area, Alberton area.
Yeah, man. I am the one. I'm the originator of the best dressed donkey.
Very good. Nice.
Yeah, man. So, me call tonight. Me love when young people have vision.
Yes, sir.
And me know me love when young people long-sighted. They're looking for their tomorrow, and for their children.
Right.
And I'm just going to talk a little about my consequence.
Yes.
Mama D, when Mama D come to Albertown, it's like a few women used to work, a few young people qualify. And Mama D, he believe in education so much.
Yes.
And the first thing he give to Southern Chilani, he give a heart center. Yeah. One in Albertown, then he give one in Habs. So the
Habs, right? Cool, true. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, say not Mama D.
Yeah, man. Sorry, you know what? Sorry, man. Me love one, but you know what? So but thank you very much.
Yes.
She. Anyway, I'm going to say a little about the Yam Festival now.
Yes.
Paul Patmore, I was listening on a live and I drank him and asked him about what happened to the Yam Festival. And Mr. Patmore was saying that Mama D didn't support it. That's why it did. And that is a big lie. Because when Fulani Yam Festival started was in 1997.
So people, we have 7 more minutes. Remember, Mckulsky said I have one dead yard for go, all right?
Okay.
And look like he never get the chance to be at and having dinner.
I just
right?
Good. So what I have to say to Jamaica people, please Jamaica people, please don't make the lie of the PNP get to your head. Jamaica is in the right hand of Andrew Wellness. Please, on the day of election, put the X beside the bill. I love you all, all right. Talk to you next time. I'm out. Thank you very much.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah, man. Thank you much. One Tyler Kid.
One Tyler Kid, man. Me DJ too, man.
All right. Cool. Yeah, man. My respect, man. And hopefully I can meet you one day.
One day, yeah, man. You're going to meet me one day, man.
Definitely. Cool.
Okay, sir. God bless and long life, sir.
Yes, sir. Respect.
Yes, sir.
Who is the next person? Go ahead. As we are wrapping up now.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Fluffy.
Good evening.
Mr. Mckulsky, you have a very special name, sir.
Yes, thanks. Thank you.
Yes, I did not. I am looking at you in person, and I'm wondering where did this name come from? Where did this name originate?
Right.
Anyway, the tendency is that persons such as you with such special name always end up being great.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, well, I am from Southeast Clarendon.
Okay.
Nevertheless, news travels far,
Right.
and I heard about you and about your intention to run for that seat in Manchester.
Yes, ma'am.
I am a teacher myself, and so right away I was glad to know that another teacher would take up such a task. It's not an easy one, but we need more of our type,
Right.
more of the persons
Right.
with with our expertise and capabilities and so on
Right.
to enter into politics. And I appreciate you for the move that you are making. I
Right.
listen to you, and as the other lady said, her heart has been warmed. When you said early childhood, my heart warmed up
Right.
because I have been a teacher from 1996, but I have been in early childhood from 2001.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
So then the vast amount of my years would be spent in early childhood.
Good childhood care.
And
Right.
it is always my wish that somebody would really take early childhood very serious as the foundation. Because in making a building, if you don't have the right foundation,
It's
then
gonna
you know the
collapse.
rest will crumble or collapse.
Right.
And so I must say that the same thing came to my spirit when you were talking. In my spirit, that this young man will be an education minister one day in this country. And so I believe that God bless would have confirmed that which God has brought to my spirit. And so I pray God's richest blessings on you. And I pray that the same thing also that happened in Central Clarendon, where Mr.
Brother
Delroy Williams,
Williams. Right.
yes, had no other competitors, and the
Right.
decision was made to just have him being presented as the candidate. I wish for that miracle for you also,
Yeah.
and you will remain in my prayers.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
pray that God will guide and that you will be victorious.
Thank you much.
And that one day, even though by then most likely I'll be in retirement, but you will be, as the Holy Spirit had showed me tonight,
Right. Right. Thank you much. Appreciate.
an
Appreciate the
education
blessings.
minister. God bless you.
Thank you
Miss
much, Fluffy.
Fluffy, by any chance your last name is Mitchell?
Was
Oh, that's your birth name? Your father gave you
my
the name?
my 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 maiden name is Knight, and
Mitchell Knight.
for a while I was Knight Mitchell.
Oh, Knight
Okay.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Yes, Knight.
Thank you, ma'am. So
You're welcome.
when you did name Mitchell, may I name Mitchell?
Oh, you are that person.
Okay, ma'am. So, Mr.
Oh,
Mckulsky, we're giving you
Thank
the
you
last
much.
minute to say something to your people in Northeast Manchester.
Well, just before I touch northeastern Manchester, I've been going through the messages, the chats, And I am seeing quite a number of persons that I am familiar with, some of my friends, some persons who we would have shared political journeys with. I don't want to start calling names, but I'm seeing the comments and I appreciate everything that you are saying. I appreciate the prayers, the encouragement, the commendations. I appreciate everything. I mean, when I see some of the names, it put a smile on my face because some of these persons I have not seen them in years. But I'm happy that you would have afforded me this opportunity, Classic, to reunite with so many persons and to really just share with Jamaica who I am and my intentions and what it is that I am set out to do. As it relates to the constituency, Northeastern Manchester, I just want to say to the people there that I remain committed to the constituency, to the people of Northeastern Manchester. As I said before, I am not trying to hijack the process and or to say that I am the only person. I am saying that I am an aspirant. I am one of the two for now. And I believe that I am in the better position to advance the cause of the people, to make proper, strong representation for the constituency, to move the constituency from where it is now to another level, where it is influenced by technology, by opportunities, by education, by skills empowerment, and so forth. And so all I'm saying is just see me as a viable candidate, a suitable option, someone who will demonstrate respect and care and sincerity at all times, someone who will really work very hard, long and hard to make sure that the constituency the people in the constituency live better lives. I mean, I believe the constituency is full of potential. It is just that it is in need of a team of persons who are going to really move this forward. I see myself working on the same team as the other aspirant. I can tell you that were I to become the member of parliament and he is the councillor, that we will be an unstoppable team as it relates to the advancement of the constituency. And so tonight I'm not here to say anything negative or to demonize anybody. I'm just saying this is Hydran Mckulsky. I'm genuine. I'm sincere about what I'm about, what I want to do for the constituency. And if you give me that opportunity, you will have no regret. That is my commitment to the people of Northeastern Manchester tonight. So let us remain united. Let us remain respectful. Let us be tolerant of each other. Let us, at the end of the day, come together and return the Jamaica Labour Party, Northeastern Manchester, in the winning columns of the Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you very much, Classic. Thank you very much, everyone, for really interfacing with me tonight, asking me questions, making the suggestions, all of the blessings, the prayers. I appreciate it. And you've made my night. I appreciate it, Classic.
Yeah, man. So before you go, I just want people to know that this program was brought to you by Paradise Blends. And even though this season brand started through RADA, it is because of Mckulsky, the chairman of SDC, that the brand has gone out even further. And I would have gotten some help through the SDC because of Mckulsky, as I said, chairman, who would have done many policies to ensure that lives and communities are impacted. So if he's impacting the entire Jamaica, can you imagine if he gets Northeast Manchester?
No.
Just imagine that.
No.
So again, Mr. Mckulsky, thanks for being here. And you know where to find the program tomorrow.
Sure.
Over by YouTube on Classic JM 876.
Thank you much. I appreciate it, my brother. Greetings. Good night, everyone.